Chelam sir is is a surprise for everyone. I mean, one day, once somebody has sent me this screenshot of the trending list where Chelam sir was trending on number one. You have to look at the love, the immense love that this show is getting, immense love that all the characters are getting.
If we have to welcome Manoj Bajpayee today, I think the only apt description for him at the moment is he's definitely not your so minimum guy anymore. How about asking Manoj Bajpayee what makes him the maximum guy at the moment with the stupendous success of the Family Man 2? Welcome, Manoj, sir.
Oh, thank you very much for the description. But it's always about being a minimum guy, and and exploring the world from that level. It's so amazing. Maximum guy, being a maximum guy is something, creating a lot of false expectation. At this point of time, I'm in no mood of doing that. But what makes me happy that season 2 has surpassed a season which itself was a humongous success. So it's unprecedented for all of us. It's a remarkable feat that nobody could imagine. And not I don't think any filmmaker or any actor in this world can imagine this kind of a humongous success. So we are grateful, thankful to the audience and to Almighty. That is all we are feeling right now.
Do you understand that you have earned not a fan following in any other genre but millennials? I asked people on my Instagram to send questions for your interview if they have any, and the maximum response I got was from the generation between the 20 to 28 bracket.
I mean, you were talking about 2028. I mean, I would say that when after Family Man season 1 came, whenever I go to the airport, I am mostly approached by 13 years old, 14 years old, 15 years old, which is which is just so amazing. Yes, my fan base has increased, and the not only millennial, I say Gen Z that you talk about, you know is actually looking forward to my work, or they are going back and they are checking my filmography, they are checking my old stuff. So yeah, it's quite amazing. I have never thought that I would be connecting to them, or my films will connect to them, because I've never worked for them.
And surprisingly, it's not just them. Be it from an Amul tribute or the memes, especially you hitting the boss, you resonate with everyone in that particular scene. I love it. And Chelem sir, you have zero idea, or do you have the idea, the kind of stuff which is on internet at the moment? It is like it's a fest
I mean,
going on.
it's a fest going on, and the whole corporate scenes are a hit with this generation. And Chelam sir is is a surprise for everyone. I mean, once somebody has sent me this screenshot of the trending list where Chelam sir was trending on number one. I mean, it's it's what do you call about it? I mean, it's
You know, he's been
people.
called Google of Srikanth Tiwari. That's the new meme.
Chelam sir, I mean, he's a person that I worked with in Mumbai, and he's a Tamilian, born and brought up in Mumbai. But he shifted his base uh, to Chennai, and he's working from there. And I met him, and I said that now I'm acting, and now I've left working for camera, and whatever little work that I get, I just go ahead and do it, and I'm enjoying this life in Chennai. But in his wildest of the dream, he mustn't have imagined that 3 days, 2 days of work would get him such a superstardom. And we are very happy for him. We we are quite surprised and shocked in the manner people have responded to Chelam sir.
So there's this ending shot in Family Man 2, which is probably, I think, one of the most beautiful done things. You are sitting in the kitchen, all clear in the view. Suchi's behind the that railing window, and there's this conversation which should have started from season two, is still there on the hinge of season two. I mean, was this the best possible way to tell us that we have a season three coming? Because Lonavala mein kya hua tha is still unsolved for Shrikant.
Yes, I mean, Shrikant uh, doesn't even have any kind of a hint. Even audience has it, if
Even we
audience,
don't know kya hua tha.
you know, but still you know a lot, but you have seen a lot. Shrikant hasn't been there, okay? So for Shrikant, he only understand one thing, that his wife is not happy in the match, and he's trying to understand her point of view. He's trying to get the keep the family together. And every time when she talks about it, he's always very scared. He's always very nervous. So um, directors and the writers, they have decided to to be in the shoes of Suchi, and and you know uh, wait for more, wait for more right time to really talk about it. I think I myself know, I want to know what exactly has happened.
We personally believe till the time we have more seasons, we can wait for the answer. It's perfectly
I
fine.
j- I mean, it's perfectly fine. I would love to go back to the set again to shoot all of those sequences and really, try to know what exactly has happened in Lonavala. So,
Manoj, sir, Family Man, probably one of the best reasons it's connected with the audience was it's a layman, it's a regular man, which we see in our household, who's not portrayed to be a hero per se. There is this tongue-in-cheek humor, he works for tasks, and so on. But the beauty also lies in the fact you have some really good supervillains in the series one and series two, which is pretty much unlikely because normally when we have a successful series, our hero is like untouchable. But with you, with season one and in season two, it's as humane as it gets. Do you think that is one of the USPs that there was no line per se that Srikanth has to be a hero and Raji has to be a villain?
no, I mean, it's every character that you see on the screen, including Raji and Shrikant. All of them are have a human side to it. They have a, Raji has a history that that it makes audience to sympathize with her, empathize with her. Okay, she's the hero of her own world. He's her own story. Okay, and previously in season one, Musa, the place that he comes from, he has his own reasons that you empathize with. Okay, so there is no hero villain. It's not a hero villain show. It's about, very regular people driven by their own reasons. Okay, and looking at them uh, um, uh, from their own perspective, and taking that perspective to the audience is the job of the writers and the job of directors and the actors. This is exactly we do. We don't have any hero villain going on here. It's just that two worlds with their own reasons colliding, and and with their own solid reasons. That's the show all about.
And the other beauty for the show would be, sir, the subplots. There is not a single story within a story and a story that you can tell, be it a Sharid's part or be it Shahab's part. Everything has a story. Do you think that also highlights for the audience? Because not for once, it was like I lost on Shrikant, but I also lost on, Sharid's part. It was equally there. JK was very much there if we were following Shrikant.
Oh yes, I mean, Sharib's track is so amazing. I mean, I personally would like to know more about Sharib, uh, and I would personally like to know more about where Sajid is coming from. But Sajid, Shahab, in the manner he's done it with a lot of empathy. He's and without any judgment and bias. That's the beauty of it. Even in first season one, Sajid's part was there, and season two, he's really gave it all to his character and to the reasons of Sajid. Uh, this is the whole endeavor of the writers. Not to look at any character with any any biased glass. Okay, rather give put look at them from all angles, and put out those reasons that is those are driving these characters, which is very, very important for a good writing.
So one thing which stood out for Family Man apparently was, of course, before the release, there was uproar, there was dissent, which is normal. People have preconceived notions before they see a show that this is against a certain community or this is against a certain group. But as soon as you see the show and all the answers are answered, and it's still people have a certain kind of dissent, how one should see that as? Is it like capitalizing on success for someone, or is it we have just too many opinions for even a fictional show for that matter?
See, you have to look at the love, the immense love that this show is getting, immense love that all the characters are getting. You have to focus on that, and all the other negativity is actually drowned by the positive response that this show is getting. And this is exactly we wanted people to watch the show, and and find their answers, and most of them found their answers, and they are okay with it. Okay, and so as a film person, as a show person, my focus only should be on that. If you start focusing on other things, then you lose the plot completely. It's very important that I celebrate this unprecedented, massive success and love this show is getting, rather than diverting from there and going somewhere else and forgetting to they live in the moment of celebration.
But Manoj sir, just one last thing. So sorry, I lost on the time. Somebody sent me this for you, that if Raj and Vika are part of the Marvel universe, can they take Manoj Bajpayee along with them? As Shrikant Tiwari, I'm like, I have to ask you, is Shrikant Tiwari ready to go to the Marvel?
I think if we or we three of us go together, at least there will be fun, because otherwise DK will make it very boring for Raj.
So if not best, we are very much happy if Raj, DK and Shrikant continue to give us their universe. We are very much happy here with that.
Oh, three. I mean, you have to imagine any universe with three of us. Or now the fourth one is Supan Verma. he's a crackpot completely. So you have really some mad guys working in this series.
I think we are pretty much happy with the match, Manoj sir. But thank you so much. Wishing you all the best for the success, and please don't make us wait a little bit longer for season 3. I know it's taxing, but we can ask for more.
Thank you for all the love. Thank you.